And Al's like, what's your strategy, brother? And Ed's like, I told you, I'm fixing his face!
From New York City for this. I hope you appreciate it.
We do.
I'm from Brooklyn.
Hey. Oh, Sada Bay, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
You look good.
My question to you guys is, what made you, how did you get into voice acting, and how long have you been doing it for?
I started the voice acting thing for anime in 2000. I was working at Radio Disney at the time, heard about auditions, and I loved it. A lot of people come from a stage background. I'm actually one of the rare exceptions who comes from radio, because I was way too shy to get on stage at the time, and I never did theater because I can't memorize lines. But radio and voiceover is awesome because the script's always in front of you. So yeah, that's how I got my start, in a nutshell.
I actually, as a teenager, I was really big into martial arts. I'm a black belt in Taekwondo. And bring it! No, I'm kidding. And when I was about 18 years old, I was in a very bad car accident. This is not sad. This shows you that all things happen for a reason. And I was taken out of competition. I was actually training for the Olympics. I was taken out of competition completely. And I was bored out of my mind and fine from the waist down. And so I started taking online skating classes. And one of my students, somebody, I can't remember who student I was going by, but he said, you have a voice. You need to do radio. And this is me at 18. What are you talking about? What's and so he hired me as an intern, and it was right next door to a new station being brought in called Radio Disney. And I went over to Radio Disney, ended up getting hired to answer Kyle's phone during his show. And he put me on the air. And that's, Radio Disney really started a lot of things with voice acting. We were doing a lot of stuff with Disney. The first anime, Kyle and I actually went to the audition together for Dragon Ball Z. And then I got to be like his girlfriend and his little brother. Awkward. Go home. And yeah, I guess that was this will age me 12 years ago. And then the rest is history.
I've been doing a lot of theater all my life. Since I was very young, I was always getting involved in plays, whether it was school, or church, or community theater, wherever. I loved to perform. I would sing, and I would, do all these plays and things. And up through college, and then about 12 years ago, again, around the same time, I was working on a video production in Houston with a friend of mine, and he said, "You got a background in acting, don't you?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "You ought to go audition for this place in Houston, right here in town, that does this animation stuff. They're small, but they need actors. They're looking for actors." And at the time, nobody even knew what this was. It was a very small little niche thing. And so I went and auditioned, and got cast, and I told some of you yesterday, I think, the first, at my panel, the first role that I ever played was Vega in Street Fighter 2. And so then the next show came along, and I got to work on that, and the next show, and the next show, and the next show. And then I met some people at Funimation in Dallas, and I started working with Funimation, starting with Dragon Ball Z, and then right on to Yu Yu Hakusho, and Kitty Grade, and Spiral, and Case Closed, and then of course, Full Metal Alchemist. So then I met people in LA through the conventions, and I started doing some work in LA, doing video games, and I did a show called Mare, and a lot of video games and little bit parts in animes out there. And then I got to be part of Bleach, and so it's, what, I take no credit for it. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I give every bit of credit and every bit of thanks to God for, and I mean that, you guys, I mean that. I never sought it out. I never imagined it. I never planned on it. It was purely a gift that was just dropped in my lap. And so I take no credit for it. I'm very grateful to God for the privilege that I have to do something I love. And even more grateful to God for the privilege to be a part of your lives in some small way. And give you joy and make you laugh and make you cry and give you some entertainment, and also to be able to talk with you and share our lives and the things that are precious to us with you at these conventions. So.
Like playing Simon.
Yeah, I have to tell you guys that we went to the gym this morning, and I went to work out with Vic, and I consider myself mildly athletic, and I don't anymore. It's a machine, and I have been limping all day because I am so in pain after trying to keep up. Guys,
Sorry.
insane.
I'm sorry I hurt your guest. I'm sorry.